Picture this. You're casually scrolling through social media and stumble upon a photo of someone in a plain white t-shirt, well-fitted jeans, and understated sneakers. Nothing screams designer label. There's no flashy logos or monstrous brand insignias plastered across their chest. At first glance, you'd assume it's just a regular outfit, right? But then, you catch the glimmer of the watch on their wrist, an incredibly subtle, barely visible brand mark that only the truly initiated recognize. Suddenly you realize this person is rocking an ensemble that costs more than some people's cars, and they're doing it with the stealthy coolness of a modern-day ninja. In today's video, I'm about to reveal 12 subtle signs of quiet luxury you absolutely have to see to believe. Oh, and spoiler alert, it's not about Gucci logos and gold chains. It's way craftier. I want to welcome you to the enigmatic realm of quiet luxury, where the uber-wealthy prefer to whisper their status rather than shout it. It's stealth wealth at its finest, the ultimate game of spot the millionaire next door. The reason I'm bringing you along for this roller coaster ride is simple. If you're in the world of finance, investing, or maybe just curious about how the top 1% actually live day to day, you've got to understand these subtle, yet oh so intriguing, signals of understated affluence. So without wasting any more time, let's dive in. Number 12. Labels? What labels? Now, if you've been following our Stealth Wealth series, you've probably heard me say this before. Quiet luxury isn't about logos the size of your ego. No offense. But it's about quality so absurdly high, it doesn't need branding. Ever notice that truly wealthy folks dress like they're heading to Whole Foods, not the Met Gala? Think Mark Zuckerberg's gray t-shirts that probably cost more than your last paycheck. Yeah, he knows something you don't. But why do they do this? Because quiet luxury is the art of stealth wealth. People in this realm aren't trying to advertise the price tag of what they're wearing. They're less interested in external validation and more focused on wearing something that feels amazing, lasts forever, and exudes quality to those in the know. It's like an exclusive club where the membership card is a super subtle monogram nobody else recognizes. Remember, flashy logos are more a display of loud money, often associated with those who've only recently come into wealth or want to project status to the masses. Quiet luxury aficionados, they'd much rather have you not notice. There's an elegance and subtlety, a sense of, I don't need you to approve of my spending. Now that was just the first sign of quiet luxury. I'm just getting started. Pay attention, this next one is understated, but honestly, it speaks to most of you watching this video now. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Number 11, fabric flexing. Okay, now here's the secret. It's all in the fabric. We're talking cashmere softer than a newborn kitten, silk that feels like liquid money, and cotton woven by fairies. Okay, slight exaggeration, but you get the picture. Rich people flex through texture, not logos. Let's play Spot the Trend Victim. You know, that person who religiously follows every passing fashion wave. From neon sneakers to bizarre micro bag fads, their wardrobe might look like a kaleidoscope exploded. Then, there's the quiet luxury connoisseur, a person whose closet is a refined gallery of neutral shades, high-quality fabrics, and silhouettes that have transcended decades. Their style motto, less is more. Instead of having a chaotic closet stuffed with fast fashion, they invest in items that can be worn for years, sometimes decades, without losing relevance. Classic trench coats, crisp button-down shirts, expertly tailored blazers, impeccably cut trousers. While others chase the latest style that becomes last month's news in, well, a month, the quiet luxury set calmly rotates through a curated collection of absolute staples. Now, speaking of assumptions, ever notice something odd about truly luxurious cars? It's nothing like you think. Number 10, stealth cars. Forget Ferraris and Lambos. Quietly rich people drive stealthy luxury cars. Think Tesla Model S, Audi RS7, or understated BMW sedans. They're not screaming, I made it. They're whispering, I don't need to prove it. Flashiness is loud. Wealth whispers. And apparently, it hums quietly at traffic lights. Speaking of whispers, how about homes that scream money without ever raising their voice? Intrigued yet? Good, because this next one is a real estate secret you'll wish you knew sooner. Stay with me. 9. Homes that hide their value. Quiet luxury homes blend seamlessly into neighborhoods. No flashy fountains or obnoxious columns, just sleek, minimalist architecture. Think ultra-modern homes hidden behind hedges or renovated historical townhouses worth millions. It's like Batman's cave, ordinary outside, extraordinary within. Real estate is one of the oldest wealth-building tools around, and the quietly wealthy use it like a chess grandmaster. They're not necessarily buying the flashiest mansion on the block. That might attract too much attention. Instead, they lean toward prime locations with excellent growth potential, often in neighborhoods you've never even heard of, or in stable markets that promise slow, steady appreciation rather than volatile spikes. Financing, sometimes they pay in cash to expedite deals and keep the details private. Other times they use specialized financing mechanisms, like portfolio loans or lines of credit, through private banking relationships. We're talking custom financial products you and I might never see advertised anywhere. And if houses can hide their wealth, what about the neighborhoods they're hiding in? Number 8 will surprise you. Number 8, the neighborhood clue. If you've been following me for a while, you already know that most wealthy neighborhoods aren't always Beverly Hills or the Hamptons. They're often quiet streets in lesser-known areas that sound as exciting as oatmeal, until you realize the average home price rivals a small country's GDP. Next time someone says they live in Old Oaks Meadows, you might want to Google that before you underestimate their net worth. Speaking of net worth, how do the quietly rich manage their money differently from the flashy nouveau riche? Buckle up. This next one is going to make you rethink your financial strategy. 7. Investing quietly. This is golden advice I want you to remember for the rest of your life. Quiet luxury isn't just aesthetics, it's also about investments. Forget Bitcoin frenzy or hyped-up meme stocks. These folks prefer boring yet powerful investments, like index funds, real estate trusts, and startups you've never heard of, until they IPO and casually multiply their investments overnight. It's the investing version of saying, "Oh, this old thing?" Now let's pivot from portfolios to something even quieter. Let's talk watches. And no, I don't mean that Rolex your neighbor loves flashing around. Number 6, silent watches. Quiet luxury is often marked by watches that cost as much as a small apartment but look as basic as a department store special. Ever heard of Patek Philippe or Audemar's Piguet? Exactly. These watches whisper wealth with intricate engineering and craftsmanship, not diamond-studded show-offs, because true luxury knows it's about quality, not quantity of stones. If watches whisper wealth, let's talk about a luxury accessory that's even quieter. Hint, it's hidden in plain sight. 5. Hidden accessory wealth. Belts, wallets, briefcases, items so subtly luxurious you'd never notice unless you're paying attention. It's the hand-stitched, vegetable-tanned leather bag that costs more than your rent, carried by someone who acts like it's just a random tote they found at home. Quiet luxury is all about the secret flex. Now, moving from subtle flexing to the ultimate quiet luxury, a lifestyle choice so understated most people miss it entirely. Ready to uncover it? Number 4. Experiences over things. Here's what changed everything for me. A few years ago, I realized that quiet luxury is prioritizing exclusive experiences over flashy possessions. Private culinary tours, hidden island getaways, or boutique hotels nobody else knows about. It's spending money to create memories so extraordinary, you don't even post them on Instagram. Shocking, right? Speaking of secrets, here's another one. Have you ever wondered about the social circles of quiet, wealthy individuals? Welcome to sign number 3. 3. Quiet social circles. To be honest, I don't know why I haven't already discussed this in this Stealth Wealth series, but it's a topic I want to explain to you now. Quiet luxury isn't networking at flashy parties. It's subtle dinners, private clubs, and exclusive circles where billion-dollar deals happen over coffee and cafes you've walked past 100 times without noticing. They're networking without making a sound. So what does that mean? Well, let's talk about the friends in high places. Except these friends are actually stylists, tailors, financial advisors, personal chefs, or even a top-tier mechanic who works on rare cars. The quietly wealthy don't just pick any old service provider off Google. They cultivate long-term relationships with the best of the best. Why is this such a big deal? Because loyalty and discretion are everything in the quiet luxury world. If you have a tailor who knows your measurements by heart and can craft a suit that's practically a second skin, you're not going to trust your wardrobe to anyone else. Same goes for a top-notch financial advisor who understands your risk appetite, or a personal trainer who's mastered the art of subtle transformation without plastering before and after shots all over social media. These relationships often run deep, spanning years, sometimes even decades. It's not uncommon for a quiet luxury individual to have an unlisted phone number for an exclusive car service or a private line to a real estate agent specializing in off-market deals. When something special or rare becomes available, a prime investment property for instance, they get the first call. This network essentially acts like a personal gatekeeper to the best deals, experiences, and expertise money can buy, all without the publicity. And to be honest, financially this makes sense. By working with experts who truly know their preferences, lifestyle, and goals, they reduce the friction and uncertainty that comes with trial and error. It's an investment in efficiency. After all, time is the one resource even the richest can't buy more of. So if you notice someone who casually mentions, "Oh, I have a guy for that," in literally any situation, whether it's sourcing a rare bottle of wine or fixing a vintage sports car, chances are they've cultivated a quiet luxury network. The funny part? You'll rarely see these people brag about it. They don't name drop. They just handle their business with a level of smoothness that suggests they've got an entire backstage crew ensuring everything runs flawlessly. And while we're on subtle signs, ever notice something strange about how quietly wealthy people talk about their money? It's practically ninja-level stealth. Number 2, money talks quietly. Quiet luxury means never bragging about wealth. Conversations are understated, confident, and humble. Instead of telling you how much something costs, they'll deflect praise, keeping financial details discreet. It's the conversational equivalent of modestly saying, "Oh, I dabble a bit in investing," when they really mean, "I own half of Apple." Finally, the most surprising sign of quiet luxury. Something so simple, you'll kick yourself for not noticing earlier. Number 1, the art of simplicity. Quiet luxury means having nothing to prove. They embrace simplicity with an unmatched confidence. They could afford everything but choose minimalism. It's not about what they have, it's about what they choose not to have. And honestly, what's more luxurious than absolute confidence? Now, since you made it this far, I'm about to unload a bonus sign that literally sums up everything I've mentioned in this video. If you can understand this next one, it will change everything you thought you knew about quiet luxury. Bonus sign: confident humility. No need to prove anything. Here's what separates the rich from the middle class, the intangible quality that truly defines quiet luxury. Confident humility. Imagine meeting someone who's incredibly successful. Maybe they own multiple businesses, or they've got an investment portfolio that could rival a small country's GDP. But they're not caught up in self-importance. They don't need to dominate the conversation with brags about their net worth or bombard you with a highlight reel of their life. Instead, they ask you questions, listen attentively, and might only reveal their true status in passing. In essence, they have nothing to prove. They're comfortable in their own skin, and that comfort radiates. This extends to all aspects of their lives, from the unbranded cashmere sweaters to the discreet travel plans, from the philanthropic endeavors with minimal fanfare to the membership in exclusive clubs that they never boast about. It all circles back to a deep-seated sense of security. They know what they have, and they don't need your validation. In a financial sense, confident humility often correlates with steady, long-term wealth strategies. They're not over-leveraged, chasing quick money schemes, or trying to impress the world with extravagance. They have diversified portfolios, stable real estate investments, and enough liquid assets to sleep soundly at night, even if the market takes a nosedive. Because they operate from a place of quiet confidence, they're less likely to panic in turbulent times, leading to better overall financial outcomes. Now keep in mind, this humility also fosters better relationships. People generally like doing business with individuals who are humble, respectful, and authentic. The quietly wealthy often create a ripple effect of trust, loyalty, and goodwill, which only enhances their personal and professional networks. So when you see someone with no visible need for approval, someone who politely declines the spotlight yet moves through life with a collected, gracious demeanor, that's the ultimate hallmark of quiet luxury. Everything else on our list, from minimal branding to timeless fashion, philanthropic secrets, exclusive clubs, it all flows from this deep well of self-assurance and modesty. Now you know exactly how to spot quiet luxury. So if you enjoyed subtly flexing your new knowledge, hit subscribe, give that like button a gentle tap. As a matter of fact, if quiet luxury is something you find appealing, we've created an entire video that'll explain in detail what this lifestyle is truly about. Just click the video on the screen now, and we'll see you in the next one.